Good morning, student. Let us discuss the next adjustments relating to the chapter retirement of a partner. As in the previous video, I have discussed the various cases relating to the treatment of goodwill, calculation of new profit sharing ratio. Now our next topic is accounting treatment of reserves and accumulated profits as well as losses. As at the time of retirement of a partner, there is a balance in reserves and accumulated profits or losses appearing in the balance sheet, then they will be transferred to all partners' capital account or current account in their old profit sharing ratio. As these all are the items appearing in the liability side of the balance sheet, number of times we come across these terms: general reserves, reserve fund, profit and losses, and in the asset side some of the fictitious assets like deferred revenue expenditure, advertisement expenses, so on. So these items, if appearing in the balance sheet on the date of retirement of any partner, then the adjustments are needed that all these items are to be adjusted in the all partners capital account, of course in the old profit sharing ratio. Then now the question arises, why are they transferred before the retirement of the partner? The answer of this question is, if there is any balances like general reserve, reserve fund, or any undistributed amount of profit and loss appearing in the balance sheet at the time of retirement of a partner, then it belongs to all the partners of the firm. So they should be transferred to the capital account of all the partners in their old ratio. See here the journal entry that is already known to you, then also I am just repeating the same topic. You just take all the such items from the liability side, debit all the items of the liability side like general reserve, profit and loss account, workman compensation reserve account, investment fluctuation reserve account. These all items will be debited and credit all partners or current account in their old profit sharing ratio. And see here the items appearing in the liability side, if the workman compensation reserve and investment fluctuation reserve is mentioned in the liability side, and in the additional information there is any claim on workman compensation reserve, and if there is a changes in the market value of investment, then after deducting that amount the balance remains, that is to be transferred to the all partners capital account in their old ratio. So this first entry is needed. And in case of any losses appears in the asset side of the balance sheet like profit and loss, that you may call it as a debit balance, and deferred revenue expenditure, if like advertisement expenses, if this item is appearing, then what you have to do, debit all partners capital account, of course including retiring partner, all here refers to including retiring partner, and credit the losses that appears in the asset side like PL account and deferred revenue expenditure. So this is what the journal entry is to be required to pass at the time of retirement of a partner. The same in case of admission also we come across this adjustment, but the only difference was that it was transferred to old partners capital account, and in this chapter it is transferred to all partners, that is including the retiring partner, and nothing is new about it. Now see some of the important point that you must consider while treating these items. First is effect of given journal entry. The effect of such entry is that balance of reserves and accumulated profit or losses will not appear in the new balance sheet of the reconstituted form. Why? because these items are already transferred to the all partners capital account, so this item will no more appear in the liability side of the balance sheet. And always distribute when nothing is mentioned means reserves and accumulated profit or losses should always be distributed even if the question is silent. And third is adjust the share of retiring partners only. Suppose at time only the share of retiring partner has to be adjusted in the reserve or undistributed profit or losses if such cases is mentioned. In such a case only his capital account is adjusted for such items and the remaining amount of reserves or undistributed profits will continue to appear in the balance sheet. Means suppose there is a general reserve balance 10,000 and on this retiring partner share is 2,000. So this 2,000 will be credited to the retiring partner and remaining 8,000 will again appear in the new balance sheet in general reserve rupees 10,000. So this is what the way how if it is mentioned that this item only is affect the retiring partner, then accordingly you will do the adjustment. No need to distribute the whole amount to all partners. And fourth, treatment of workman compensation reserve and investment fluctuation reserve. At the time of retirement of a partner, if such reserves may or may not be required to meet the obligation, so the excess of such reserves over actual liability, if any. What is the meaning of excess of such reserves? If suppose you are having a reserve fund 10,000 and there is a claim on that fund 2,000, then what is the amount remained? 10,000 minus 2,000, that is 8,000, and that 8,000 will be transferred to the capital account of all the partners in their old ratio. So that I already explained these two specific reserves when I dealt the topic change in profit sharing ratio. So treatment of such items had already been discussed in detail. You already come across with this adjustment in the chapter change in profit sharing ratio and admission of a partner. So similarly here the only difference is that the remaining balance is transferred to all the partners in their old profit sharing ratio. So some of the important point that you must take into consideration. Now let us explain, let us see some this point while explaining the questions. Here one question is given. How the question will be asked? X, Y and Z were partners sharing profit in 2:2:1, and in this case Z retires and the balance sheet of the firm on that date was as follows. Here this is the balance sheet. In the liability side, bills payable 80,000, general reserve here mentioned 60,000, workman compensation reserve 40,000, investment fluctuation fund 10,000. These three items appearing in the liability side is to be distributed among the all the partners in their old ratio, and their capitals were as follows: X 3 lakhs, Y 2 lakhs, Z 1 lakh, that is altogether 6 lakh. Now come to the asset side: land 3 lakhs, building 2 lakhs, machinery 1 lakh, investment 1,50,000, and profit and loss account. It is a debit balance because it appears in the asset side and it is a loss, that is of 40,000. See, investment fluctuation fund only you will see if there is an asset named investment. It is related to investment. Now see the adjustment. On that date, Z retirement, the liability of workman compensation was determined to be rupees 12,000. See here, in the liability side, reserve given 40,000 and the claim for this workman compensation is rupees 12,000. Means 40,000 minus 12,000. How much it is remained? 18,000. No, sorry, 28,000. that amount will be transferred to all the partners in their old ratio. And see about the investment, market value is given 1,45,000, and here in the balance sheet book value is 1,50,000. Here investment reduced by 5,000, and this 5,000 will be compensated from this fund, investment fluctuation fund, 10,000. Means if 10,000 did out of 10,000, 5,000 is adjusted due to fluctuation in the price of investment, and residual amount, that is 5,000, will be transferred to all partners in their old profit sharing ratio. I think this point is clear to you, how you will reduce the balances of reserves. If any additional information is given relating to this topic, you just deduct that amount, and remaining amount you just transfer to all partners capital account. Now here the question asks, so the necessary journal entries for the treatment of general reserve, workman compensation reserve, investment fluctuation fund, and profit and loss account balance on jet fund. So see here the solution is given. If you have individually shown the journal entry, that is general reserve account debit, it all transferred to XYZ in their old profit sharing ratio 2:2:1. So general reserve is debited and all partners capital account is credited. Regarding investment fluctuation fund, there was a fluctuation in the price of investment. So you have credited the investment by, you can tell me, because asset is reducing, and if assets reduce, what you do, you just credit that asset. That is why investment is credited by 5,000. So out of 10,000, 5,000 is credited in investment account, and the balance 5,000 is distributed among the all partners in their old ratio, that is 2,000, 2,000, 1,000. So this is the entry for investment fluctuation fund. Now see about workman compensation fund. Out of 40,000, there was a claim of 12,000 as per the question. This is credited in provision for workman compensation claim account. So this account you will open if there is a claim, provision for workman compensation claim. And 40,000 minus 12,000. How much is remaining? That is 28,000 is distributed again in the old profit sharing ratio. So X is credited by 11,200, Y is credited by 11,200, and Z is credited by 5,600. So this three entry is quite clear to you. Now come to the fourth entry, that is profit and loss. Because it is a loss, so all the partners capital account is debited and PL is credited. So X is debited by 16,000, Y is debited by 16,000, and Z is debited by 8,000, and PL is credited by 40,000. So this is what the journal entry you will show if such items appears in the balance sheet on the date of retirement of a partner. See, this is the one of the case, and if suppose remaining partner don't want to disturb the books of account, they just simply want to continue, because after this entry this item will no more appear in the new balance sheet because it is already distributed. And if suppose the remaining partner decided to continue with these items, they don't want to disturb these reserves balances, means in the future also if this in the new balance sheet this item will appear, then what adjustment are to be needed? Let us discuss that case. What is the topic? When reserves are to be shown in future in the new balance sheet, then what you have, because the effect of this entry is it will no more appear in the new balance sheet. But the second case I am discussing, that if they want to continue to show these reserves in the new balance sheet, if suppose at the time the partner may decide that accumulated profit or losses or reserves should continue to appear at the same amount in the balance sheet even after retirement of the partner, that is even after reconstitution of the firm. So in such a case you have to pass the adjustment, single adjustment entry through their capital or current account. That topic already we have discussed while we were going through the chapter change in profit sharing ratio. So accordingly, that steps are to be followed. What you have to do, first you calculate the net effect of accumulated profit, losses and reserves. Second, calculate the gain or sacrificing ratio of all the partners, and then you pass the adjustment entry in the third step. If the net effect is positive, then gaining partner is debited and sacrificing partner is credited. And if the net effect is negative, then sacrificing partner is debited and gaining partner is credited. So better this topic you just try to understand with the help of this question. There is a question like this: A, B and C were equal partner, means the old ratio was 1:1:1. Okay. On 31st March 2019, their balance sheet was like this: creditor 46,000, general reserve here 26,000, contingency reserve 32,000, capital A, B, C 60, 40, 20, altogether 1,20,000. And in the asset side, bank 17, debtors 23,000, stock 1,10,000, investment 17,000, furniture and fitting 10,000, machinery 35,000, profit and loss, that is a loss 11,000, advertisement suspense account 2,000. So here the two items from liability side and two items from the asset side, how it will be adjusted. See, if they want to continue to show these items in the new balance sheet. On the above date, C retires. Okay, and A and B decided to share their future profit, and their new ratio is also given 3:2. So part, as you have to calculate the gain and sacrifice, it is both the ratio is required, new ratio as well as the old ratio. The old ratio is 1:1:1, new ratio is 3:2. Partner decided to show the accumulated profit, losses or reserve in the balance sheet of the reconstituted firm at their original value, means they don't want to distribute this now. So then how you will do the adjustment? This is by passing adjustment entry. See the solution. First, to calculate the accumulated profits, here the first step, all both the reserves you have added, and in the asset side items you have deducted because these are the loss. It means your net effect amount is coming 45,000. Is clear? General reserve 26,000, contingency reserve 32,000. And out of these two, that is 11,000 plus 2,000 is deducted. Your net amount that are to be adjusted is 45,000. First step. And second step, you just calculate the gain and sacrifice here. New ratio that of A and B is here given 3/5, 2/5. Old ratio 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. See here, old new minus old, it is calculated. Old minus new minus old. So gaining ratio formula is applied. 3/5 minus 1/3, that is coming 4/15, because it is a positive balance, so it is a gain. 2/5 minus 1/3, again it is a gain. And 0, because C is no more continuing the firm, so his new ratio is 0 and old ratio was 1/3. So his result is coming minus 5/15. First you have to make common the denominator, so his sacrifice part is coming 5/15. Now you have that net effect amount we have already calculated in the first step, that was 45,000. Then you find out the proportion. So A is gaining how much? That is 4/15 of 45,000, it is coming 12,000. And B is gaining, that is 1/15 of 45,000, that is 3,000. And C is sacrificing how much? That is 5/15 of 45,000, that is 15,000. Now it is very clear what entry you will pass. Gaining partner are debited. A is debited by 12,000, B is debited by 3,000 and C is credited by 15,000. So this is also without affecting these reserves or losses, you can do the adjustment by involving the capital account of the partner. So this can be one of the case if suppose question asked ki no need to distribute this reserve, you simply do the adjustment by passing adjustment entry. So this is also one of the way to do the adjustment as I discussed this topic, but it is not a single question you will get in your NCERT book. But if a question is asked in the board exam to just simply do the adjustment by passing adjustment entry, then you must remember these 3 steps, and with the help of these 3 steps you can do the you can pass the journal entry. So this is what the topic I discussed, all the cases relating to the reserves, profits as well as the losses. So you just do practice on this topic. This is all about this topic. Thank you so much and take